So Ali, can you tell us your story and how you began to become a Star user?
So myself, I started at Harwin 20 years ago as an apprentice, worked through the company, worked in all the different areas. So we have a lot of machining in our company. So we have CNC turning, CNC milling, we have mould shops, we have press shops, we have plating shops, all piece part assemblies to make our final connectors. So I worked through the company for 20 years from apprentice, finally got into planning and then moved up into production management in the last year. So I'm the production manager for all our manufacturing sites at Harwin.
Wow.
So, and the turning shop is one of them. About 5 years ago we moved into a new purpose-built facility and we've now got 49 stars on site.
I'm sorry?
We've got 49 stars on site.
It's huge, 49.
Absolutely
huge.
You know what? And that actually echoes what I said at the beginning. It's not like you have one Star machine, it becomes a family of...
When we moved into the building we had 26.
Oh, wow.
So we moved with 26.
Yeah.
It was purpose-built, as I say. It was took us about a year to finally get everything up and running, but we now have 49 machines on site. We've got a training academy in there, we've got apprentices running, we've got a new manager in there now who's come through the apprenticeship program, which is fantastic. So yeah, really, really good facility, and obviously the support we get from Star is amazing.
So it's interesting with 49 different kinds of machines. They're all be slightly different models, different axes.
So we've got from 7mm machines all the way up to a 26 machine, but 26 is quite large for us. We tend to do more micro turning.
Okay.
So we really are in the small connector industry.
We
don't do large.
Really fascinating.
Yeah, I always say to people we make sort of small parts that go in really cool projects. So we've been in Formula One cars, we're in aeroplanes, we're in submarines, UAVs, satellites. We've worked with everyone and anyone out there in the world that needs high reliability connectors. So what we do is, we believe, the sort of best around.
Absolutely.
This is a bit of a generic question. I know it's a bit loose, but what is it that you would say that is one of the best things about these machines and why you return? And okay, yes, you've already said service and support is excellent, but let's talk technology now. What is that kind of step that, you know, I don't know when you first bought your first Star into that journey, but what makes you stay with them and that evolution?
So reliability is absolutely key to what we do. We mass produce. We don't turn 4 or 5 turnkey items and then go on to something else. We develop our own products and we are making millions of these parts a year. The turning shop alone makes over 40 million parts that goes through it.
Every year?
Every year. So, and we need machines that are reliable. They have to run 24/7. We do not turn our machines off ever in Harwin. So
you don't turn them off?
We do not turn them off ever. Christmas, you name it.
Are you running lights out then?
Lights out.
365 days?
365 days a year, 24/7. So reliability, obviously the machines have phenomenal capabilities and we can all go to it. And the technical guys, I don't set the machines personally, but they could tell you phenomenal stuff. But the reliability of it, to keep us running, we need to be running every hour of the day.
So you did mention service and support.
Service.
And we'll be honest, things happen, we know, you know. A machinist, an engineer, they will know things can go wrong.
It's the manufacturing world. It's exactly the manufacturing world.
What is it that you go, right, with reliability, things go wrong? What is it? And not just saying, they're going to turn up really quickly, but what is it? What have they got that gives you peace of mind?
Well, for starters, is that they don't actually need to be called out that often. I mean, the service and support is phenomenal. It's the fact that when it is needed, we need rapid response for what we do. Every hour is critical to our business. And the support that we get from these guys is second up. The engineers that come down themselves, we've actually got to know them personally. And that is a lovely touch. And that is brilliant because they then really understand what we do. They understand our needs and how quickly they need to be responsive to us. And that's really important to a business like ours that needs to be on the go constantly.
Yeah.
It's almost like an automotive line where if you're down, then that will cost a lot of money every hour.
Well, absolutely. We manufacture in the UK. We know that we have to take every hour seriously. Our whole ethos at Harwin's is, because we actually make our own machines that make the final connectors. And our ethos is automation, automation, automation. We invest into robots. We invest into the ancillary equipment on a Star machine that keeps it running. So it's not just the machine, it's all those partnerships with them that allow us to do what we're going to do. And we wouldn't know about them if it wasn't for the guys at Star that introduced us to these other amazing companies that you can work with them. So
it's a network, isn't
it is Exactly. The network around companies like this is, it's essential.
I think that echoes as well for the open house. You know, there is a lot of their partners, or there are, sorry, a lot of their partners here, and it takes a family of people for it to work, you know.
It really does. If you look at a star, it's a whole, it's like a building block of many things, and we're lucky that we have all those partnerships, and our product comes out the end high quality and to extremely high tolerances.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And what I find interesting is with so many different kinds of machinery, training must be a big issue, and that's why you've got an apprenticeship scheme.
Absolutely. So at Harwin, apprenticeships has been key to our business for 20 years. As I say, I was part of it 20 years ago, one of the first, our production manager there. We've probably got something like about 25 to 30% of our staff have been through it. We work really closely with our local colleges as well to make sure that we're getting all the students, so our local college near us, all their students have their sort of work experience. They come to Harwin, they learn the machines. The real areas that we've done it, star and using turning machines, has been huge. We currently have 6, which is about 60% of our staff in our shop at the moment, either have been through it or are currently on the apprenticeship programme. All of them then get training days at Star. Most of them have been up to this facility or the previous facility to do work with like the applications engineers and that sort of stuff. And then now we've got, we've just had our latest 4, the guys from Star have come down and they actually spent 2 weeks with our trainees.
Wow.
We're going to hopefully get some more time out of them soon.
That's some dedication.
Yeah. This will help me sway them a little bit to get a bit more out of them.
Yeah, exactly. So Star is also good for reducing your staff turnover and keeping people happy and trained up and feeling like they're progressing personally as well.
The way the world's going now, staff turnover, we are in a sort of world where people don't want to stay in a business. You hear about it, change your job every 7 years. We're very lucky. We sort of, where we're constantly changing our machines, evolving as a business, you've got to keep that interest in your staff that they don't want to look elsewhere. We went from hand assembly to robots in 15 years. It's huge. If you can keep that sort of buzz and excitement within a business, hopefully we will retain that staff. And the apprentice program for us is absolutely huge.
It seems like you're very far on your kind of production engineering process journey. You're almost at like, this process is stable, we're making millions of components a year. What would you say if you were to talk to a potential customer that maybe has never looked at a Star sliding head machine before, doesn't even know whether sliding head is right for them? They might have the right kind of components for it, but they just don't know. How would you explain to them how to take that first step?
Well, when we got our first Stars in, I was a lot younger.
I
was a lot younger, and I remember going in there. And it was all cam-driven technology, so it was greasy, old machines.
Cam-driven lathes.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? All this technology that is dying. It was extremely fast, extremely unreliable, and you get a lot of people that love it because it's absolutely fast and you can turn over your product really quick.
Yeah.
But if it's stopping every 5 minutes, your product is not 30-second cycle time. It's actually 5 minutes cycle time. They wouldn't run overnights. If you're going to manufacture, use every hour of the day. That's what you're going to get out of a Star. You are going to get every hour of the day. If you use it correct, you will be able to run. You'll be able to walk away. We have 10 people. We have 49 machines. That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you'd have had double that, if not treble, if you wanted to run a night shift. And that's running every day of the week.
Yeah. And subcontractors maybe find it hard to get those contracts where they've got things they can make reliably monthly. But moving into getting a sliding head machine, that capacity allows you to take on those contracts.
Yes.
And those contracts are much easier to service than like a one-off here, a 5-off there, on standard kind of VMC work.
Right.
So, we don't really, we flip it the other side. We kind of don't really take in from outside on the turning because our actual final end product is so large selling from out there that we're forever looking to buy more and more just to suffice what we do. But we sort of do that in-house. We almost treat our turning shop like a sort of subcontractor outside.
Yes, yeah.
Sort of have 5 businesses in one.
Wow.
What a success story.
Yeah, real success story. Ali, thank you so much for your time. I hope you enjoy the rest of the day. And also, there's going to be some hot dogs at lunchtime as well. So
enjoy the treats, though.
Brilliant.
Yeah, yeah.
I won't say no
and
to that.
freshly fried onions should be quite nice.
Oh, gosh. Right, thank you so much,
Thank you.
Ali. Thank you.